Okay, epistemology 102. Um, People in the broad sort of, the general public have a pretty high percentage of people with sort of mild to moderate issues, not fully worked out stuff. But there's a significant enough percentage, I think, in the general public of people who are just like frankly crazy. Crazy in the sense that they have, perhaps they're able to function and, maintain relatively normal lives, but at the same time, are filled with bizarre delusions, distortions, deletions, hypergeneralizations. Yeah, there are a lot of crazy people around, and I think that's real important. If you're going to be going to university or getting ready to go to school, take courses in personality psychology and abnormal psychology. I was really amazed to read in the New York Times that one of the senior managers at Apple was asked what he felt was his most useful stuff he learned when he was in school, and he said, well, it was pretty useful, but he really wished he'd taken a course in abnormal psychology because that really came up a lot more than the so-called formal management issues. Yeah, there are a lot of crazies around. People with, real crazy. Real fucking crazy people. Second group, I think, is that there are a lot of people who are highly suggestible people. People who are of, of goodwill, of, decent people, but they're very suggestible. They sort of live in a mild state of hypnotic suggestion, or they're near hypnotic suggestibility. And when I watch a very inventive and bizarre guy like Glenn Beck, and he's going through all this crazy stuff, if you really know about trance induction, the man really is doing absolutely brilliant trance induction. That blackboard work, that is hypnotic induction. That's very skillful hypnotic induction. I suspect, I can't prove it, and epistemologically, my epistemic checks on this are just this conjecture. I can only say it's conjecture, but it certainly looks that blackboard gig of his certainly looks like he has actually been tutored or instructed by somebody who understands how to use confusion techniques to induce states of hypnotic suggestibility. And I think a lot of people out there, one of the interesting things, if you read in the literature of hypnosis, a lot of people actually find hypnotic trance very pleasurable. It's actually a pleasant sort of sensation. And television itself, a lot of the editing, the music, the background material is definitely designed to work in alpha ranges which will put you into hypnotic trances. And if you layer that with, Glenn doing his thing, sort of embedded in that, you get trances inside of trances. Very nice nested trance work. So you get crazy people, you get highly suggestible people, and then, sad to say, there are just a lot of people who are very stupid and who will believe or tend to believe ridiculous, ungrounded things if they are simply packaged in a familiar or appealing or pandering kind of way, which demagogues and tyrants, since the days of, probably when people first started recording history and events in writing, the early days of Greece were probably filled with people who understood that you could get a lot of leverage over stupid people if you just flattered them and told them that what you privately understood as stupidity, you pandered to them and flattered them and told them that that was actually brilliant or genius or something like that. So that does create what I would consider to be an epistemic fog that one works in. One has to cut through a lot of hypnosis. One has to, sort of deliberate social hypnosis, sort of weird social programmings. One has to cut through a lot of ignorance, and one has to cut through a lot of madness. Even though it may be kind of mild, low-key, managed personal madness, once you really see the stuff flying around in the net, you say, yeah, a lot of extremely crazy people out there. So that's sort of why we're going to move into the epistemic tool set in the next video, so we can handle that stuff and work around it and have it not cause us problems.